What is up, people? Action Figure Hub back. I'm now going to be doing the Mojo Build-A-Figure from ToyBiz. As you can see, he is not your average Build-A-Figure, considering he's a fat guy in a robotic chair. That's pretty cool. So, yeah. To the top of his little scorpion tail up here is about, Scheiße. Goes up, it's about less than 8. But I mean, that's not with his little spiderly legged doodles set up all the way. Because, that's his one gripe and or issue with the figure. His legs don't, work too well. They are mendy and bendy, and they just, under the weight of this guy, over time, they just bend. It just doesn't function too well. But I'm surprised that I really do like this. I mean, I always thought he looked interesting, and I'm like, dang, that's a pretty interesting looking dude. So I was always wanted to pick him up. Just like, that's interesting looking character. And I did. And yeah, I liked him. I mean, was he as good as I had hoped? Yeah. Did he disappoint me in some ways? Yeah. I mean, first off, the base is 2 different colors. So it's like, that's kind of weird. Kind of weird, as they say. Kind of upsetting. The legs, they don't all move in the same way. Another weird thing. Mine, it rattles, so that's kind of annoying. And some of the legs are loose, like that. And then some of them are very tight, so they don't bend at all. While talking about that, we might as well just talk about the articulation. This guy has lots of unnecessary articulation up in the armage. As you can see, he's got shoulder swivel that goes up. It goes about, can go all the way around. It goes about this far up. So, not very far up, but I mean, what are you going to be doing with them anyway? Bicep rotation. Double jointed elbow that gets you really close. Nice up and close with him. It's got a wrist swivel right there. Nice hinge at the wrist. And finger articulation, which is nice. That's pretty much all the articulation on this guy in the arms, and anywhere in the upper body. I mean, you can see these cracks from where the Build-A-Figure clicks together. But other than that, there's no swivel or anything. I mean, there's a little shimmying that maybe you could get out of them. That's just because the joints are loose. Each leg rotates, some better than others. Like, I can't get this leg to rotate. Doesn't rotate, but this one just has a dandy old time. These 2 little front grabby legs, some paint is missed out in some areas, but then heavy in other areas. One thing that this figure does well is paint. It's painted very, very nicely. The regular color, if you could tell from the arms, is this brown. That brown is the regular color. All the green that you see, all painted on. And yeah, that's nice, but if you don't have the arms positioned exactly as they were when they were painted, then you have these ugly brown spots that are left behind. And that can be annoying. But if you get them in a good spot that you like them and you're content with the amount of brown that's showing, then hey, it looks good. I'm pretty content with this Build-A-Figure. I mean, there's a few small things. Like, these are supposed to help keep the dude up, but they're like, no. Don't do much. Even if you get him to stand on his legs, over time he'll just fall. Mojo, I feel, is one of those Build-A-Figures that you either really, really like him, or you just don't. I am one of the people that like him. I like the character. He's interesting. So I copped him. He's one of the 9 Build-A-Figures that I have completed. I'm happy that I have him completed. It took me a while. It took me almost 6-7 months to complete him because I was just going to hobby shops looking for the pieces instead of, paying scalper prices on the internet. Because Luke Cage, I don't know why, but he can get pretty expensive for some reason. Yeah. Each of these legs, they don't just swivel. They also have a hinge. Some hinges are a lot easier to move than others, like that one. Oof. It's a pretty tight one right there. This one moves up, moves down, you can see. They have all those standard little doodles. The tail's painted nicely. It's a back view. All the cords and jazz that goes into the back to make them look nice. And then the cord hair. This build figure, if I'm not mistaken, takes 7 to make. And, I mean, if you buy him complete for maybe around 40 to 50 to maybe even 55, then I say he's pretty worth it. But I would not go anything higher than 55. That seems a little outrageous to me. I'm just kind of thinking, instead of these being arms, you could use them as joysticks if you really so desire. But the pieces comes with his arms and his head and his little boobs. Those all come together. Then you have his back fat middle area, his big tummy, this robotic piece right here, then the tail, and then these two things are separate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if I'm not mistaken. On the back, it shows this weird thing that goes up here, but the figure never came with that. So that's what that hole is for. I thought that was kind of, interesting. But overall, I do like the Mojo Bath. Is he my favorite Build-A-Figure? I don't. No, I'm just going to blatantly say it. No, he's not. But he is nice. I do like him. I am a fan of Mojo. All hail to the TV Lord. I don't know. So there is that boy. He's just... I got that one to rotate finally. I'll never be able to get it back out, but hey. Now it's Mojo. Tummy drum. Please like, comment, share, and happen to subscribe. More videos of Marvel Legends, Build-A-Figures, and all the things you love about action figures. Coming up soon.